So he's being pretty well behaved, and I've got a lot of other stuff on my mind that I feel would be fitting for another video, so I'm going to start it. Firstly, goals in general. So I got a lot of them, lots and lots of goals. But overall, my whole purpose is to become unlimited, which is why that is my brand. And what that means for me is that I am no longer letting perceived limitations hold me back from the things that I want to do. And that falls into, that translates into a lot of different things. Bacon, right? Okay. That translates into a lot. When it comes to my body, earlier I said weight loss. It's not necessarily weight loss. I do have endurance goals. I do have mobility goals. I want to release the limitations of my body, become unlimited. Which means, so, for example, I've been out walking now for, only about 15 minutes, and I've already got a little bit of back pain. I'm pretty sweaty. And you may have noticed near the end of my last video that I was having heavier breathing. Okay. Now, those things are normal if you are, they're normal in general. Okay. But it depends on your overall health, your endurance, your weight, all kinds of things, your cardiovascular health. And they are not what I want to be my normal after a 15-minute walk. So I am working on not necessarily a specific weight. So not necessarily a specific weight, not necessarily a specific pant size, but more of an overall feeling in my body. Here in Italy, plus-size clothes are a lot more difficult to come by, so one of my objectives that I feel ties into that become unlimited is to be able to shop at pretty much any store and find things that fit me, that I like. I love going to the beach and swimming, but I can only swim for a few minutes before I'm tired, so increasing my capacity to walk, to swim. It's a pretty standard activity around here to go on long walks through the city. I want to get back into hiking. So all of those things are really what I mean when I talk about weight loss. It's not a number on a scale, but the number on the scale does help to see that I'm going, that change is happening, even if it's not immediately visible on my body. So I do plan to weigh every morning. Now, I know for some people that's a terrible idea. For me, it keeps me accountable. It gives me a habit to do every morning that reminds me that I'm working towards a goal. So I will continue to do that. Some other goals that I have that I'm working towards, that you're welcome to join me on this journey. These conversations, these videos, they're not necessarily teaching you anything or it's not necessarily like a group-oriented, hey, we're all working toward the same goal, let's do it. But I do think that there's some opportunity to pick up on some techniques that you may or may not like that I use in my coaching. There's the opportunity to feel connected or seen by someone, because my goal with these videos is to just be as genuine and authentic about the challenge as I can be. I'm out here sweating, not covering up any of the I don't know what to call it. The point is it's going to be authentic, because that is one of my primary values. So I find I'm not really big on using social media, but I'm doing it more and more in my businesses. because it's pretty vital for businesses these days. And what I see, the typical influencers that are just gorgeous and unattainable and flawless, it doesn't inspire me. I'm happy for them. Bravo. But it doesn't inspire me. What inspires me is seeing the real people out there putting in the real work, fighting the fight. So that's what you'll see from me. So other goals, I am learning Italian. I am launching 2 businesses. I am working on buying a new house. I am working on helping my dog to have a more stress-free, comfortable life. I'm working on getting my driver's license in Italy. And what else? Well, aside from those, I'm always working on some form of personal growth, self-improvement, because that is another value. It's just kind of always be learning, always be open to improving. So we're headed back toward the house now, and he is getting super sniffy, so it's a good time to pay more attention to him and less attention to you. So talk later.